Some stories entertain you, but some stories stay with you. If this one made you feel something, that's not by accident.
If stories like this still move something inside you, then you already belong here. This channel isn't...
By the time he was 17, Tommy Vance had faced down the bravest men in the territory. They called him Tommy the Kid.
I heard you were fast. Faster than most, Mr. Thorne.
The Kid from Nevada, a frontier tale. Years ago in the lawless territory of Arizona, a kid from Nevada made himself more famous and more feared than any other gun killer in all the wild history of the frontier. Many stories have been told about him that were more fiction than facts. In some instances, we've changed names and slightly altered chronology, but the facts were as you will see them. The story began in Oakhaven, Arizona, July 11, 1879. Howdy, men. They're inside. Both them. Yes. We want to see Mr. Thorne. Mr. Thorne's busy right now. Mr. Thorne, Mr. Sterling, you're under arrest? Under arrest. On what charge? And by whose authority? Murder. You can ride back and tell Colonel Briggs that Miller and Evans were caught red-handed rustling cattle. And as for Sheriff Cobb, we're tired of you gunslingers deputized to run errands for Colonel Briggs to harass peaceful citizens. We've got our own sheriff in Oakhaven now. So get out and stay out. You're picking a good way to get yourself shot, Mr. Thorne. Resisting arrest. Who's he? A boy I just hired to work at the ranch. He has nothing to do with this. Better go on out, youngster. Pretty heavy artillery for a by-rooster to be carrying around. Stay where you are. Get them guns, Giles, before he trips on them and gets hurt. Let's head. I said let's have them, or do I take them off you? Nobody takes my guns. Why you? The man said get you'll be hearing about this, Mr. Thorne. You too, kid. What's your name? Vance. Thomas. Vance. Where from? Nevada. That's a lot of territory. Nevada. Pretty handy with them guns for a boy your age. I didn't start it. Ask him. They saw what happened. They saw the whole thing. Easy, Tommy. We all know you had to do what you did in self-defense. This is only for the record. The boy's still on edge, Mr. Higgins. I think all of us are. Edward. I don't like it. Granted, we owe the young man something, but I don't like the idea of you taking him out to the ranch and keeping him around. We can hardly go to the governor and accuse Briggs of hiring professional gunfighters and then proceed to do the same thing ourselves. This boy is no gunfighter. Just the same as your lawyer, as well as your business partner. I say, give him a few dollars and a horse and send him on his way. I've got a horse. I'm sorry, Art. I promised him a job. You're making a mistake. A horse in your Thorne. What do you know about it except that he spent one night at your house? I know. I hear from my cousin in Prescott. He's a good boy in Cabrito. That's in Spanish. That is like you say, a little goat. The kid. Really? The kid. Mr. Thorne. Yes. Wagons are coming. Clara, do what you want. Torres, run over to the house and say Mrs. Thorne is arriving. Come on, Edward. I want you to meet her. Oh, my foreman. Tommy, Mr. Riley, I won't be long. Well, what do you know? A grand paean. Clara, here she is. Mr. Thorne, not a scratch on her. This is a glad day for me, my dear. You have no idea how anxious I've been for you to arrive. I had a speech all prepared, Arthur, but it seems to have left me. There's plenty of time for that. A Rosa Elena Sofia Torres, this is your mistress, Mrs. Thorne. Venda Vidor. Santa, my dear Mr. Sterling. Edward, my wife. How do you do? A great pleasure. Mr. Sterling is the English gentleman I wrote you about. Oh, yes. The English lord. Not anymore. I put all that behind me when I came to America, Mrs. Thorne. Welcome to Arizona. Thank you, Sheriff Higgins. Pleased to meet you, man. You do. Torres, let's not stand around. Get busy. Start the man on. Are you there? Kindly keep your hands off the piano. My dear, come. I'll show you the house. I was beginning to think you'd never get here. How's the family? Oh, mother and father both well. They sent you their love. Go to the town of Oakhaven today and you can still see where Tommy the Kid, music, carved his name nearly 3/4 of a century ago. A kid from Nevada, a con in the war that had already started for the rich grazing lands of the Outlands. Well, Tommy, we have a long drive ahead of us. Let's go. Music. Well, Tommy, this is the ranch. I'll show him to the bunkhouse. No, I want to have a word with him first. Come along, youngster. Sit down, Tommy. Brandy. No thanks. Never use a stuff. Good lad. Well, Tommy, been a bit on the run, haven't you? You needn't tell me what about if you'd rather not. I was a wild one myself at your age. India, Canada, Australia. Managed the night I had to tuck myself away in a muddy ditch. Seems a long time ago now. Does your family know where you are, Tommy? No. Never write to them? Nope. Like that was it. How long since you ran away from home? Oh, 7, 8 years ago. What happened? I killed somebody. Fight? A man bad named my mother. So I killed him. Where was this? Wyoming. Copper Creek. Ever been back? No, sir. 8 years ago. Been on your own ever since, eh? Is your mother still alive, Tommy? I guess so. Copper Creek? No. Prescott? Your father? He died in Montana. My mother married again. You needn't tell me anymore, lad. I didn't like him. He was drunk all the time. Look, Mr. Sterling, why don't you come to the point? If you've changed your mind about the job, say so. I haven't changed my mind, nor do I intend to. But there's one thing. What? You're among friends here. I want you to stay. But I'd like it a lot better if you'd allow me to put those guns away for you. You don't need them here. You see that cabinet? They'll be perfectly safe in there. Anytime you think you need them. They'll be right there. Thank you, Tommy. Music, quite a filler. The old counselor's got his bridle on. What I wonder is, what's it to you? Well, hello, Mrs. How nice to see you. Art Edward, won't you come in? Music, 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 that's all. Beautiful. Now it's your turn. Oh, no. I wouldn't think of it. Not after that. I insist. As fond as I am of music, there's a little matter of business I have to take up with Edward. More trouble? Not exactly. I'll have to be gone for about a week. I've been summoned to a hearing. Prescott. Governor Hayes, our new territorial governor. Personally, I welcome such a meeting. Our hands are clean. I just want to make sure that we're in accord about any points that might be raised. You know, anything you do is all right with me, Art. The way things have been going, the ranch is more yours than mine, I'm afraid. I'd hardly say that. Arthur, if you don't mind, I'll leave you men while you talk business. Of course. Confidentially, I haven't been at all easy in my mind these past few weeks. After the last visit we had from Colonel Briggs' bullies, I doubt if he'd risk a collision with Governor Hayes. It isn't like Briggs to take a licking lying down. Oh, you startled me. It's all right, ma'am. I just didn't expect anyone. I'm real sorry, ma'am. I'm all right now. Are you one of Mr. Sterling's men? Yes, ma'am. I was just out here listening to you play. Oh, that was real nice. Oh, thank you. I'm Mrs. Arthur Thorne. I know. I saw you in town today when you arrived. It was also new coming to a strange place. Music. All those people. I don't think I saw anyone. Not really. Have you worked for Mr. Sterling long? Not very. I thought, well, I imagined he'd have men that were older. Well, they are mostly. He's nice, isn't he? Yes, ma'am. Mighty nice once you get used to his way of talking. I suppose I should go back in. It's lovely out, isn't it? Yes, ma'am. What do you do for Mr. Sterling? Ride. Ride fence. Doctors at cows if they got any. Anything you tell me? Sounds interesting. Well, I like it. I aim to get me a spread of my own someday. Oh, you don't get anywhere I work with someone else. No, I don't imagine you do you? No. I really should go back in, but it's such a beautiful night. I guess I've already said that, haven't I? Yes, ma'am. Honeysuckle. Orange tree. Oh, music. It's down by the spring house. The wind blows it this way. For a moment, I thought it was. No, ma'am. Orange. We had a big honeysuckle vine over the back porch at home in Oregon. Yes, ma'am. We have an orange tree in the patio in town. At least Mr. Thorne says it's one, but I don't believe it blooms. Maybe it's the wrong kind or something. Maybe. Mr. Thorne says it's too young yet to bloom. It's a special variety. He had it shipped up here all the way from Sonora. We have a lemon tree, too, and grapes. Mr. Thorne says you can grow anything at all in this climate if you just get water to it. Mr. Thorne experiments with everything. Did you know he once studied for the ministry? No, I didn't. He did. Then he became a lawyer. Mr. Thorne is a self-made man. My parents have always respected him tremendously. He's awfully intelligent. Practically everyone in Oakhaven comes to him for advice. Well, it's been very pleasant meeting you, Mr. Music, Clara. What are you doing here? Well, Arthur, this is Mr. Vance. Thomas Vance. I have already had the pleasure. Hello, Tommy. You better get your things. It's getting late. Night, Mr. Sterling. Good night, Tommy. A fine bunch of hammerheads you are. I send 4 grown men out to do a job, and only 2 of them come back with their tails between their legs. Who was this kid? You must have found out that much about him. I told you. Nobody knew who he was, Colonel Briggs. Go and get your supper. Just looking at you turns a man's stomach. Seems like your warrants ain't much good anymore, Sheriff. Well, we got wire cutters. We got men. Mr. Thorne wants to play rough. We can make life right interesting for him. Governor Robert Hayes, appointed acting governor by the President of the United States, had come to Prescott with only one instruction. End the war in Oakhaven County, establish peace. Gentlemen, I wouldn't even pretend to reach a decision now. Not without a more detailed investigation. However, I will say this personally, I think you've both been acting foolishly, poisoning each other's wells, running off each other's stock. Can't you see that retaliation will only meet with more retaliation? Men shot only with more men shot. No, obviously you can't. All right, you want a decision. I'll make my investigation as rapidly as possible. In the meantime, I must insist that you keep the peace. Is that agreed? Suits me. Delighted. Good day, gentlemen. Good day, Governor. Senor Cabrito Minor then be many men. What men? Senor Briggs' men or follow hear them in the cantina. They drunk. They say they come here. Make trouble. Make trouble for who? Senor Thorne? Senor Sterling? Cabrito? You go run. Blackwood. He bad man. He kill you like that. Blackwood ain't going to kill nobody. What's all this about, O'Malley? Oh, a bunch of Briggs' curly wolves hit town this morning and start pouring red eye. Then along the line, this Blackwood fell suddenly recollects a piece of unfinished business as he calls it. And they have warrant. I know. Where do you come into this? Yeah, you've got the Briggs brand on your own rum from what I hear. Now look, boys, I take $1 here and there, but I don't wear nobody's brand. They have got this warrant and they are on their way out here to serve it and settle a score with the kid at the same time. Of course, if it ain't worth anything to you. Just a minute, boys. Tommy, you men go on about your work. I'll handle this. Thanks, O'Malley. You too, Torres. Gracias. Yeah, much obliged. Hey, you're making hay. I see. That's dry work. Makes a man thirsty even thinking about it. Come on, Torres. Tommy, I gave Mr. Thorne my word there'd be no gunplay while he was away. Probably nothing more than a music tempest in a teapot anyway. He'll get drunk, shoot out a window or two, and that'll be the end of it. You've changed, music, Tommy, since we put those guns away. Let's leave them there, shall we? That's a good lad. You know, I shouldn't wonder but what will end up making you a model citizen? It's a queer thing about wearing guns. A gun draws trouble to you. We've already had enough trouble for one lifetime, haven't we, Tommy? Yes, sir. Mr. Sterling, here they come. It's all right, lad. Stay where you are and leave this to me. No guns. Music, promise me. You say so, sir. Good, lad. If they're looking for trouble, Mr. Sterling, I want you men to keep out of this. What can I do for you boys? Where's the kid? Yeah, some of us ain't never seen that Nevada pistol. We'd admire to make his acquaintance. You don't want him, you're men, he's only a boy. Of course, if it's me you want. We want that kid. Now, wait a minute. I want no trouble here. This is private property. You're all trespassing. Ordinary murdering coyotes. Somebody ride into town and got a doctor. They know Doctor and Link and they ain't no doctor for 100 miles. Help me get him inside the house. Which one did he? There was quite a few of them you couldn't rightly see. I want the name of every man who was out there. Who were they? Well, it was Blackwood and Danby and Lawson and Cruz and Scarface and Lawton and Ben Cole. We got him. Then said Sarah unto the prophet, Lord, if thou had, music, been here, my brother had not died. But I know that even now, whatsoever thou wilt ask of the Almighty will give thee. The prophet said unto her, Thy brother shall rise again. Sarah said unto him, I know that he shall rise again at the resurrection at the last, music, days. The prophet said unto her, I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. He was the only man that ever treated me like I was good enough to shake hands with. He took me in when I was on the run, and when they tried to put me on the run again, he said, no. Nobody else ever gave me that much. I didn't realize you thought that much of Mr. Sterling. I'll get every man that had a hand in this killing. It's the last thing I ever do. I was just wondering. I'll be taking over the ranch. If you have no other plans, you might stay here and work for me if you'd like. I thought you didn't want me around. I'm sure we'll get along. Come on, now you know what we want. You've all been sworn in. Mr. Riley, since you were Mr. Sterling's foreman, I'll make you the head of the posy. Boys, you all know that Mr. Sterling was like a brother to me. Even so, I'm opposed to this. However, since you've already made up your minds, I realize it would be futile to attempt to stand in your way. Therefore, I have this to say. Remember, this is not a raiding party. We want the men who committed this crime brought into trial. However, we want no uncalled for violence. You leave it to us, counselor. It's 3 o'clock. It'll be daylight by the time you get to the Apache Pass. Mr. Thorne, I didn't know you felt that way about it. I wish you would have said something. Higgins, you worry too much. Good night, good night. They've gone. Yes, but I thought you didn't want them. I know, I tried to stop them, but they refused to listen. You shouldn't be worrying about these things. Go back to sleep. Mr. Thorne, I'll check these later. What's this I hear about you people organizing a posy? I thought you gave Governor Hayes to understand you'd keep the peace. Me keep the peace? What about Colonel Briggs? Does he call sending those gunslingers over to murder Mr. Sterling? Keeping the peace? Now, Colonel Briggs was in Prescott at the time. You know that you were there yourself. Anyway, 2 wrongs don't make a right, and we've made a complete report of the matter to Prescott. Yes, I can imagine what kind of a report that was. Just a minute, Mr. Thorne. Colonel Briggs is willing to call a truce if you are. You lay off your gunslingers and he'll lay off his. It so happens that I don't employ gunslingers. Oh, no. What about that kid Sterling had working for him? What would you call him? Well, that boy. Boy, suppose I told you there were a half a dozen warrants out for his arrest right now. One for killing a man up in Copper Creek, Wyoming 8 years ago with a knife. Another for killing 4 Comanche Indians. 8 years ago? Well, that's ridiculous. That boy couldn't have been more than 12 years old. You don't judge a rattlesnake by his age. He's a rattler whether he's got 1 rattler or a dozen. We're going. Let's go. We better spread out. Luke, you and Sam take the back door. You were there and you too. Where's the rest of them? Some of the boys, Scarface and Sand. They're up to number 7. Anybody mind telling us what this is all about? No, Tommy. You go saddle up their horses. You bet. Get their guns, O'Malley. The rest of you know where number 7 is. O'Malley. And I'll bring them in. I'm riding with you. All right, but we're bringing them in the way we said we would. All in one piece. All right, let him drink. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on, son. Don't point that thing at me. You're looking at a friend. You had a gun. Why didn't you use it? Use it? Well, everything happened so quick that. And now look, my old man always said I was bound to be hung for a horse thief. You wouldn't want to make a liar out of my old man now, would you? Say that was some shooting. All right, help me round up those horses. Oh, sure. They probably pick a good price, too, down Nevada. I kind of miss Nevada. We're not taking them to Nevada. We're taking them to town. Oh yeah. Oh, Senor Thorne. Okay. What have you done? Have you gone mad? What happened? They tried to make a getaway, so I shot him. What about Riley? Oh, Blackwood got him. We picked up 3 of them. Blackwood and these 2. The way back, we stopped by Willow Creek. Blackwood got Riley's gun. They made a break. Oh, you should have seen it, Mr. Thorne. All 3 of them was headed for the timber like they running from the episodic, and the kid he ups with his Winchester and wham. He'd have got Blackwood, too. In other words, you shot 2 unarmed men in the back. I call that cold-blooded murder. Now, wait a minute, Mr. Thorne. This is going to sound just fine up in Prescott. I had nothing to do with it. I never ordered anybody killed. I placed myself on record last night against bloodshed. Are you murdering, little fool? So, you're finally coming to your senses. All right, Vance. This was your party. You come with me. Oh, no you don't. Is this a posy that went out or wasn't it? Well, you swore us in. Yes, I did. What's all the fuss about? I told you, Arthur. Yes. If they were all sworn in, you can't allow him to be arrested for doing only what he thought was right. That's right. The kid already done his duty, Mr. Thorne. All right. The boy was deputized. You mean you're standing up for him? I'm not standing up for anybody. This has to be investigated. The entire matter will be reported immediately to Governor Hayes at Prescott, supported by sworn affidavit. Meanwhile, the boy will remain here in my custody. Well, you're finally out in the open with it. Buying this crazy gun killer right out here in public. I hope you're happy with him, that's all. It was once in the saddle I used to go dashing. Oh, once in the saddle I used to go gay. First to the doctor and then to the card house. Got shot in the breast and I'm dying today. Oh boy, we should put them things away, Tommy. Guns make me nervous. Besides them 2-bit tarantulas, it's probably clear on up to Oregon by now. Trouble with you, Tommy, is you got a one-track mind. Now, if I was your age, there's a couple of little tortillas there just to ping it away for you. Wayne uses. Go beat the drum slowly and play the 5 slowly and play the Dead March as you carry me along. Cabrito, Senor O'Malley, Senor Thorne say to come to Eltor right away. What does he think we are? Burrow. Do this, do that, go here. I ain't cut out for this steady work. I'm delicate. Good afternoon, O'Malley. Good afternoon. Afternoon, ma'am. Thank you for pruning my orange tree. Maybe it'll bloom now. Maybe. Oh, my dear. Ready to go, whenever you are. Several cases of dry goods just came in. You can open them up. Torres. If anyone asks for me, Mrs. Thorne and I are driving out to the ranch. It's Sam Carter. He's hurt pretty bad, Mr. Thorne. Clara, we'll take him into the house. Get Rosa Elena Sophia. We'll put him on the couch in my study. Torres or O'Malley, get him out. Take it easy, will you? Gently now. What happened? We was riding fence. Tom Peters was with us. We come to a cut where 300 or 400 steers had been run off. We trailed a sign over to Colonel Briggs' spread. Colonel Briggs? Of course. Who else? I guess they must have been expecting us. We run into nearly a dozen men. Oh, Blackwood's back. They opened up on us with rifles. All we had was our side guns. They killed Tom. I didn't know Luke was hit until you've got to do something about my brother, Mr. Thorne. Don't worry, we will. 400. Tommy, take Sam. Go out to the ranch and join the others. Take Torres and O'Malley with you. I want every steer back. Everyone, and if anyone tries to stand in your way, you have my authorization to shoot on sight. Yes, sir. Take plenty of ammunition. Stop at the store and get whatever you need. Right, Mr. Thorne? Don't you think you ought to take it a little slow, counselor? We know this is your private squabble. But are you suggesting I stand idly by and see my men ambushed, my property destroyed? No, but this is just like declaring war. I'm aware of that. Colonel Briggs wants war. He'll get war. An eye for an eye. A tooth for a tooth. But Arthur, what about the men? I know they're working for you, but do you think it's fair to? My men are just as tired of this whole situation as I am. They feel it is time to act, not talk. Where'd you get that over blowpipe? Your cousin. My cousin? See, she calls herself Juanita again, or your cousin Pepita. My cousin calls himself Diego here. Thanks. Just what I wanted. Yes, ma'am. I had to talk to you. Please don't go out there. This fight between Mr. Thorne and Colonel Briggs, you're only getting mixed up in something that has nothing to do with you. Something you don't even understand. Yes, ma'am. It isn't your fight. Leave town. Go away anywhere, but leave. Leave before you get into more trouble. Before you're hurt or get killed. Clara, I didn't know you needed anything from the store. The men are waiting. You ready, Tommy? Yes. He's resting a little easier. Silence is a virtue, my dear, but it can also be carried too far. I gather you do not approve of what I'm doing. I was brought up to believe I must respect my husband, never doubt him. Am I to assume from this that you do not respect me and that you do doubt me? When you send men out to risk their lives over a few head of cattle, yes, I do doubt you. Are your cattle more important to you than the lives of your men? All you're interested in is the safety of your property. I think it's shameful of you to take advantage of a boy like that, to use him. A boy of my own age. Arthur, a boy of your own age. I see. Maybe it was a mistake to bring you out here so soon before the territory is settled and at peace. Then send me home. No, doing that would make our marriage appear as a failure, and it is not going to be a failure. In other words, I'm your property. And you are my wife whom the Almighty hath joined that no man put us under. Please send me home. A man needs his wife with him, at his side, to give him strength and encouragement to love and comfort him. Let me go. Let me go. I can't stand to have you near me. If Sterling was still running the place, it might be different. But we don't get paid enough to run around getting shot at from Mr. Arthur Thorne. No, sir. Are you still belly aching? We're getting back what they stole. You're coming along. I ain't taking no orders from no snot-nosed Nevada kid. Get on your horse. Now get off the place and stay home. Come on, get up. Any more of you want to quit? You boys better come on before you get the kid mad. Them don't look like any of our cattle. Fair exchanges. No robbery. They ain't hardly worth bothering with that many. I don't count no more than about 40 head. You men wait here. I'll be right back. Sure is quiet around here. Yes, sir. Sure is quiet around here. Senor, I am coward like you. But until goes home, I do not go home. And if you try to go home, I will put a very large hole in your head. This is a promise. I sure wish I was back in Nevada. Doggone people you meet around here. Looking for somebody? Yeah, you're kind of far away from home, ain't you, Sonny? You know, we don't take kindly to strangers walking into the houses without being invited around here. Stay right where you are, Vance. Keep your hands away from them guns. Heat. Gun gangs riding up and down the county. Innocent citizens unable to go out for fear of being shot, and you bring me affidavit. Gentlemen, I was sent out here to establish law and order in Oakhaven County. And I'll have it if I have to call in United States troops. I am not responsible. Then who is? Who hired that murdering kid? And don't say he ain't yours. You bought him. Remember, Governor Hayes, suppose I tell you. In my opinion, you're equally guilty. All of you. But we can settle one thing. Mr. Cobb, Mr. Higgins, you're both out of office. Starting today, the sheriff of Oakhaven County is Mr. Marshall Reed. Well, I've always been a peaceable man. And I, too. Well, now perhaps we can get somewhere. I'll start with you, Colonel Briggs. Are you willing to call it quits and get rid of those gunfighters of yours? That means right now. I am. If Mr. Thorne is, I've already put my ranch hands back to work. Well, what about this boy? This Tommy. Tommy the kid is no responsibility of mine. He disobeyed my orders. I never wanted bloodshed. Mr. Higgins will verify that. Well, where is he? There are several warrants out for him. I was told you undertook his custody. In the manner of speaking, I suppose I did. But he never came back after the last time. It's a good thing he didn't after killing 3 of my men. I don't know where he is. He's around. If that's an insinuation in my direction, Colonel Briggs, that's enough. Mr. Thorne, I haven't seen Tommy since the night he rode away from my place 2 weeks ago. But as an evidence of my good faith, I would be willing to contribute toward a reward. It's not my intention to turn this boy into a desperado. We've just ended one wave of bloodshed. Let's not start another by putting a price on his head. Tommy the kid already has a following of sorts, and to make him a fugitive might be the worst thing we could do. And now, in the spring of 1880, occurred one of the strangest events in history. Governor Robert Hayes, the governor of the territory and a governor of the United States Army, riding 60 meters into the mountains to keep a rendezvous with Tommy the kid. Mac Thomas Vance. Yes, sir. For a moment, I was afraid you had decided not to come. No, sir. Tommy, the Oakhaven County war is over. I've offered full pardon to all the men on both sides. They put down the guns and returned to their homes. Now I'm making the same offer to you. I can't, sir. Why not? I can't. You realize what this decision means? You know Marshall Reed? Yes, sir. He's a dogged man, Tommy. Also, there'll be a reward out for you. $10,000, dead or alive. You'll be all alone. I expected that, sir. Everywhere you go, day and night, you'll be hunted. Every man you meet will be tempted to turn you in for the reward. That's not much of a life, especially for one as young as you are. I don't understand you. Why did you come to meet me? You were sent for me, sir. Is there nothing I can do or say to persuade you to put those guns down, even to leave the territory and go somewhere else and make a start? No, Sir Governor. Well, I wish I could say good luck. Music. Got it. Anybody that fits that description been through here the past few days? You see that? $10,000. 1 new shoe. 50 get myself Cabrito. Maybe better we go to Sonora. No. Yeah. Why don't we hightail across the border, kid? The two ain't hog-tied if you want to leave. Oh, no. We didn't mean it that way. There's two of them left, Bessie. Oh, they'll keep. Anyway, maybe somebody else will put a bullet to their orrery hides. Save you the trouble. I tell you what we do. We go south. Then along the way, maybe run across some cattle that don't belong to nobody. Hey, kid, we know you're in there. We get you 2 to 1. You might as well come out. Tell you what, come out with your hands up. You won't get hurt. I'm going to take you to town. You'll get a fair trial. Why don't you come in and get me? It'd be a pleasure. Is it bad? Flick. Hey, Kent, you hear me in there? Yeah, I hear you. You had enough? The proposition's still open if you want to take it. Don't pay any attention to it. I'll be all right. Ain't no more beat. Your leg's busted. Hey, Blackwood. Yeah, we're coming out. Now, you're using your head. Shut up. Get that back window. I'll take the front. Don't forget he'll bring as much dead as alive. April 18, 1881. Tried and convicted, music, of murder after exonerating his 2 companions, Tommy the Kid was now awaiting execution by hanging on May 13th. Black 9 on the red tent. Huh? On the red tent. Howdy, Tucker. You here again? Yeah, I just dropped around to see how our little jailbird's getting along. You keeping them chains good and tight? Only a few more days, eh, kid? Where'd you get my gun? What do you care? You ain't going to need them where you're going. They look good on a man, don't they? Yeah. It's going to be a happy day for me when they hang you, kid. $10,000 reward. Too bad I didn't get you first. Laughter. Ain't it, though? Well, you can't have everything. Oh, I got news for you. Just found out who put up most of the reward. Mr. Arthur Thorne. Oh, I don't believe, snorts, you. It's a fact, ain't it, Tucker? Yeah, kind of peculiar, don't you think? Man you used to ride for putting up bounty money that way kind of looks like he wanted to take you out of circulation. Couldn't be you was shining up to that young wife of his, or could it now? No, it couldn't struck a sparky, tough hombre and a ladies' man too. Enough of that, this is a real hard custom. You better keep an eye on him, be around to see your swing. Don't you get tired seating nobody but yourself. Show the table over here and I'll play you some stud. What are you buying with? You got my saddle yesterday. That was yesterday. My, snorts, credit good? No credit. Alright, $20 against my spurs and boots. Alright, matches $1. Pete with me. Cut. A SP3 pair of 10 bets 5 call. 3 tens. Bet. Let's keep it in round numbers. 10. 10. Sorry. It's alright. I got nothing against you except I saw where you got that last 10. Now come on. Open up. Don't be all day about it. One more or less right now. Don't mean nothing to me. Take the cuffs off. Now these come on. Hey, hey, Blackwood. Music. This was once in the saddle I used to go dashing. Oh, I used to go first to the house and then to the house, got shot in the breast and I'm dying. Let come my coffin. Let 6 pretty maidens come bear up my fall. Put branches of roses over my coffin. Put roses to deaden the CLS as they fall. What are you doing here? We look for you. What for? We come to help you. Sure. Look. Coffee, sugar, flour, shells, frying pan. We figured you left in kind of a hurry. Oh, Senor Thorne, he's a rich man, so I held myself from a storm. The way you save our necks. I guess we just naturally like fresh air. How's the leg? Keeps me from scraping the ground. That's all it ever did before. All over Arizona, the country swarmed with poses. From the Snake River to the Colorado River, from Prescott South to the Crimson Peaks, grim men were in the saddle in one of the biggest manhunts in the history of the frontier. But Tommy the Kid was still at large. As the weeks passed, and as his reputation spread, he even managed to attract a handful of followers. But the sands were running low. His trail was picked up one morning less than 20 miles from Oakhaven by Outlaw Ranch, hands out after the $10,000 reward. What are you doing here? You take 1,000 rounds of 3,030 and 2045s. I'm not outfitting bandits. Bandits, he calls us. And we used to work here. I always knew no good would come taking a job or work. Hurry, Doc. This ain't going to be so good, kid. All them windows. Got a place all picked out. Arthur, what is it? Are these hoodlums? There's a party after. You two get upstairs. I'll not have my house made into a battleground for outlaws. You'd better leave, ma'am. You and the other ladies leave for you. It'd be a lot safer. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Perhaps we'd better, Arthur? Not him. He stays with us. What is this? A kidnapping? No. We might want to swap you for a head start out of town if this keeps up a while. I wish you'd leave, man. My place is here with my husband. All right, have it your own way. You're nothing but a savage. Everything Mr. Thorne always said you were should eat the candle once more. Not yet. Anytime. Ball. How many do you count? 20. 30 maybe more. We're coming all the time. Murdering Hood. Rosa Elena Sophia, go out in the kitchen and prepare some food. Signora, lots of food. You're not thinking of feeding them. Do as you're told, Rosa Elena Sophia. Where's Nada? You're in the house there. Vance, I want a parley. This is Marshal Reed. You have women in there, haven't you? Yes, sir. Mrs. Thorne in the hell. You're mistaken if you think you can save yourself by holding those people as hostages. We're coming in after you, Vance. Come ahead. What about the women and Mr. Thorne? The women can go. He's staying. Why? He likes the excitement. Besides, we kind of figured he started all this. Wait a minute. You ladies better leave. You heard what he said. Mrs. Thorne better go. No, Mrs. Thorne doesn't leave unless I do. Nobody does. Why don't I just plug the old goat? Are you murdering hoodlums? Oh, you're wrong about me. I never did any harm to you. When Mr. Sterling died, I took you in. Don't you remember? I gave you a job and a place to stay. You had me do your killing. When you got through with me, you put a price on my head. I don't believe it. Why don't you ask him? You couldn't have. Of course, I didn't. All right, I did. I contributed like everybody else. I was forced to. If I hadn't, the others would have thought. Are they coming out? They're coming. They're waiting for you, ma'am. No. Clara, sorry, ma'am. Why did you come here? Why didn't you leave when I asked you to? Why? You better go, ma'am. Fire will bring them out. No use, kid. Man always knows when he gets the one with his number on it. That was it. Get up. Vanity or vanity. All is fantasy. Outside. Outside. We're going out and you're going ahead of us. My house, my wife, my life. Everything in ruin. Everything. And you're to blame. You savage. We're going out. July 14, 1881. With the close of the Battle of Oakhaven, Tommy the Kid's killings had now reached a total of 21. After 6 weeks, his whereabouts were still unknown. There's Mrs. Thorne. I'll be right out, Mr. Brooks. Thank you. Do you recognize this knife? Clark picked it up in the shop yesterday when he was moving his sheep. It's the kid's. All right. What gets me is with nothing but country anyway. He wants to ride. Why don't he clear out? If I could answer that, excuse me. I wanted to say goodbye and thank you for everything. Sorry to see you leave, Mrs. Thorne. I'm sorry, too, but I know how you feel. Your home is in Oregon, isn't it? If there's anything I can do. Oh, no, thank you. Mr. Brooks has promised to look after things for me. He's driving as far as Fort Laramie. Now, Mrs. Thorne, has Tommy ever made any attempt to get in touch with you since? I know, I was only curious. I was sure you'd have told me if he had. Naturally, I would. You were kind to him, weren't you? Yes, or I've tried to be. He seems so strange, so alone, and friendless. Somehow, I have the feeling that if Mr. Sterling hadn't been killed, he worshipped Mr. Sterling. So, I've been told. There's nothing to be done for him, is there? No, I'm afraid not. Mr. Brooks is waiting. I guess I'd better go. Goodbye, Mrs. Brooks. Goodbye, dear. You've been very kind. Goodbye, Lupita. Rosa Elena Sophia, Margarita, V. Stopping over at Miller's. I reckon we would, seeing it's about the only place you like. Mrs. Miller's ma'am keeps a nice house. Get up. Goodbye, Mrs. Thorne. Bye. Saddle up a horse, Henry. You're going out alone? It's just a hunch. I'm riding out to the Millers. Music. Don't move, Tommy. This is Marshal Reed. With 21 notches on his guns, Tommy the Kid was just 21 years, 4 months, and 5 days old on the day he died. Historians have called him a bandit, ballad makers, or Robin Hood. But after 70 years, the fairest verdict was probably that of the humble Mexicans who buried him, who called him simply, Music, El Cabrito, the Kid, and left his final judgment to the Almighty. If you enjoyed this reimagined frontier script, please remember to share, like, and subscribe for more. U.S. Wild West Love Story.